Former FBI counterterrorism task force member Steve Rogers is with me now. Steve, it is great to see you. So the latest report from the Dallas Police Department shows that the suspect had all kinds of equipment: bomb-making materials, ballistic vests, rifles, ammunition, a kind of personal journal with combat tactics. When you hear about a stash like this, what do you make of the decision that had been made previously to not overarm the Dallas police force so that they didn't look, quote unquote, too intimidating for what was expected to be a peaceful protest?
Deirdre, this is the narrative that the President of the United States has put together for years. Look, the blood of these police officers are on the hands of the White House. And then you have Hillary Clinton standing up and supporting everything that Obama has said. The president has withdrawn the tactical equipment. He's withdrawn the funding. And every time he gets on TV when there's an incident like this, he's more concerned about pivoting to gun control than to what the real problem is, and that is criminal activity.
Well, he surprised many by doing that earlier. Now, this 25-year-old Brandon Waller, I just want to make reference to him, was arrested for unrelated weapons charges at the scene. We're not entirely sure of his connection. This is just part of the brief that the Dallas Police Department is giving us. But I mean, 99% of the time, the police are protecting us. Now they are targeted. So what's the next best step to make sure that never happens again?
Well, police across the nation, no doubt chiefs of police have sat with their units this morning, their command structure. Two-man patrol cars. You're going to have delayed reactions, delayed responses, because if you have cities with only one man in a police car, they're going to have to wait for backups to come. They're going to have to be very, very vigilant with intelligence. And let me add this. Look, those police officers who were involved in those incidents during the week, that has to be investigated. For a governor to come out, and I'm talking about, this is how they add fuel to the fire of all this.
You mean from Minnesota?
Yes, and suggest that this has something to do with racism is absurd. It doesn't help the situation.
Although, Steve, I mean, for those who saw the video,
yes.
This is 72 hours ago on Facebook. It was shown something like 4 million times. I mean, it was shocking. Again, we don't know all the details, but if you were just there on Facebook and you watched that.
I was shocked. I was horrified over what I saw, but I know enough to realize that let's wait for all the facts to come out. And if those police officers are wrong, they should be prosecuted and fired.
Steve, I want to ask you, you said you thought that last night in Dallas was well thought out and well planned, because in theory, and we're still putting all these pieces together, the killer's motivation was in reaction to that shooting in Minnesota that you were just talking about, and then the one in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But it seems like this would take more planning, or am I wrong about that?
You're right. I don't think this was the target. I think that they were planning for another target, another time, another day to hit something. This was a crime of opportunity, or I've said this is a terrorist attack. I don't care what anybody else says. This was terror perpetrated upon this nation. But this was well planned, and I believe there was another target, and last night was a target of opportunity for them. They took advantage of it, and they knew there were going to be cops there, and they killed them.
Horrifying indeed. Steve Rogers, thank you for sharing your insight on just a sad day. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Steve